It's Tuesday afternoon, and we drove for a good part of the morning. We took our time because we didn't want to get to our next site too soon. We are at Foothills RV Park, just outside, barely outside of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It's a really, I'm impressed. Our ratio of staying to in RV parks as compared to state parks or national parks or boondocking is about 1 to 30. So we rarely stay in RV parks. I'm really not a fan. But you know, coming here to go to Dollywood, there's a few campgrounds around, and there are a couple of state parks that are a little ways off, but everything was full. But this one had 8 sites available. So I started looking at reviews on Google, and they were really good, really good. And I looked at other places too, and the reviews were excellent. So we decided to come here for that reason, plus a couple others. One, there was availability. Everything else was booked up the yin-yang. Didn't matter what it was. And the other reason was it was $56 a night, which is more than we usually pay. We're like 23 to 30 max with state parks and such, but you know, we had to choose something. The other RV parks around here are anywhere from $99 to $150 a night because it's near Dollywood in June. So looking at the reviews, we thought great and everything, but then I thought, why that price? What's wrong with it? So we are here, and there's nothing wrong with it. The lady on the phone and when I talked with her in the office was delightful, just really, really nice, friendly. So when we got here, let me tell you the story, and I have something to say for the people who told me don't forget to go to Pigeon Forge. We drove through this god-awful area that reminded me, I don't know what it reminded me of, but it was extremely congested, a 4-lane highway, extremely congested. All kinds of restaurants, motels, things like old school buses painted up in camouflage that said Redneck Tours, some Jeeps that said the Pink Jeep Tours. We passed a wax museum. We passed like a big, but maybe fraction of the size Titanic. And it's actually, come see and take a tour of the Titanic. And there's a lot of things that or a lot of shows and stuff here, I guess, but it's really just congested with blinking billboards and a lot of traffic, and some people I know like the Vegas sort of thing, but we just avoid them. We never go to stuff like that, and I don't know if it's just who we are or the fact that, you know, we lived on a dirt road in Maine, but it's just, I go through it and I think people like this, and people told us, make sure you go to Pigeon Forge, it's wonderful. And I was thinking it's some quaint little, like, you know, like some western towns you go through and they're very touristy, but you can walk through them, and there's like art galleries and museums, and then there's really nice, you know, little pubs and restaurants and things like that. This is nothing like that. This is like, stop here, play miniature golf, ride our go-karts. Anyway, you know, 3 miles about of Main Street that just has that stuff on. So you get just to the end of it, and suddenly it opens up into a parkway with trees, and there's no buildings, and the trees like overhanging the road, and along that road is this campground. And we turned in, and we could see some motorhomes lined up, like facing the road, like stacked like I call them loaves of bread on the shelf in the grocery store. And I said, oh no. So I went in because we had booked for 3 nights. I said, you know, we want to go to Dollywood, so it's a place to sleep. But she sent us up a back road through a little wooded area, not too far, and we got up high on a hill on an area, and we backed into this really nice little camping spot. I mean, there aren't many campers here now, but there are a lot of slots, and I'll show them to you. But it's very nice. It's got a really nice kind of modern picnic table. It's got a tarred area to back into. We didn't have to put the rug out. It's tarred for the vehicle, and then there's a cement area where the picnic table is, where I'm sitting now. So it's, and we get the canopy over that, the awning rather, extended over that. There's a little fire pit over here, and right over there, not too close, but close so Joyce is happy, is the bathhouse. And the bathhouse is a nice building. There is a pool next to it, which we won't use because we you know, I'm not one to, you know, throw my fat around in public much. And the bathhouses, there's a men's, women's, and they have, it's very, very clean. And it's fixed up modern, but cabin. So it has, you know, pine board walls, but it's very clean and very modern. Great showers, and plenty of them. And then there's a room that has a bunch of washing machines, and it's $2 a load, which ain't bad these days. I've seen a lot more in resort areas, a lot more than that. So, you know, we're pretty pleased with that. Pretty pleased. I haven't found the water yet, though. I do know that we do have electricity, and there's a solar hookup, which we don't use. But and there's no water. Oh yes, there is a water spigot. It's right on the electrical post. Ah, I never noticed that. Okay, so you could plug into the camper, which we can't. I just have bottles, which is fine. A jug a day is all we really need. So it's pretty darn nice for $56 RV park in a resort area where everything is like expensive and extremely touristy. I'm happy, and Joyce is too. So we'll be spending the evening here, and we will get up tomorrow. I think the park opens at 10. We'll try to get there for 9:30. I'm going to buy tickets tonight. We're going to get a two-day pass. Everything I've read and people I've talked to have said, you know, do 2 days. And I figure that even if we go around in one day and do most of the stuff we want, the next day we'll go and just hang out, because it looks like a really nice park. It's not just a bunch of rides with cement and tar. There are shows and a lot of things to see, restaurants, places to sit down. It's rated the #1 theme park. So, you know, we're gonna buy a 2-day ticket. As far as the extra pass to get on the rides, it's $60, and it gives you 5 fast track walk-ins. So we'll get there and see, because it's supposed to be a 90% chance of thunderstorms tomorrow. I don't think it's going to rain much. They said a quarter to a half inch of rain on the news. But reading it, they said that rain will sometimes keep people away. The idea that they'll come another day. They think they're going to pay and get rained out. So before I get a fast track, and you can buy them right in the park, you don't have to get that online, I think I'll wait, because I just assume, you know, we don't do this every day. I just assume spend the money. God knows we spend enough on this trip. and be able to not wait in line for like 60 minutes. That's crazy, like 5 times. That's not fun. Although I do enjoy watching the people. Everybody's different. Not me though. And we'll do one day and we'll come back. And the next day it'll either be a shorter day, or we might start later, might end later. We might stay all day. We'll see. I will spare you my hilariously defeatist attempt at trying to remove provolone cheese that had been sitting in the sun and had stuck to the paper, and it was like a combination of silly putty and super glue. Good evening.
Good evening. Oh, here.
What?
Are we,
Yeah, we're recording.
okay. Well,
Made supper. I had started to record myself making this very simple supper, but it turned into a comedy of errors. I just stopped. And then Jennifer, my oldest daughter, wanted to FaceTime, giving her daughter, her 2-plus-year-old daughter, a bath. 2, right? 2 plus?
Yeah.
Between 2 and 3?
yeah.
So I gave up on the sandwiches, recording it. Maybe the next meal. I watch a lot of van life videos, and it's usually young people, and they're so good. They take and cut this and they put that there, and they sprinkle some little thing, and they make their what's the green stuff we don't eat? Avocado stuff, guacamole. There we go.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. It's just green. And then they grind their coffee and they press it. You know, I'm having a hard time with a mayonnaise bottle and a slice of bread. But Dollywood tomorrow morning, and we got one good thing going for us: strawberries. This is like something that van life granola millennial types would do, right? They would do the strawberries. They're healthy and they're very bad. That sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
They're on sale at Walmart.
Yep.
Well, it's Dollywood Day.
Yeah.
I gotta get online and buy the tickets. I haven't done that yet.
Oh, great.
We can buy them there, but it's better than waiting in line to buy them. When you went to Hershey Park, everyone was going through and walking through, so everybody must have got them online. Yeah. Because we did too. But it's been a few years since we've been to a theme park, so It's like that's happening more and more now. People over there have what looks like a pop-up, but it doesn't pop up. They take this cover off, and it just makes a big tent with pull-outs on the top of it. It's kind of cool, but it's a way to go camping. You're in a tent, but you're off the ground.
It's good to be off the ground.
We've been camping and tenting since since about 1980, because that's when we bought our first tent.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gone camping before that, but together, as far as 1980, we bought our tent for our honeymoon. We went to the Canadian Maritimes for a week up in Nova Scotia.
It was cool.
Yeah, and Hillary canvas tent from Sears and some other equipment, and an old Chevelle that had 100,000 on it, which back then was like 250,000 on the vehicle today. We had to go with it. I remember one time years later, we were in Bethel, Maine, and all the campsites were like in between like roots, and there was a hill on one side, and they were all really wooded, hilly area. And our tent site was down in the lower pocket between some trees and roots, and we had huge rain. And we had, I think, 4 inches of water in the tent. That was not a fun camping trip.
No. Nope. So how'd you sleep?
Good. We got almost 8 hours, which is a lot for us. For me, anyway. You can sleep forever, but usually 5-6 hours is usually my. Well, I'm one of those people that's up at 5:30. Coffee was done. Joyce has got a cup right there. I didn't leave her out. People will comment, "What about Joyce?" You know.
Yeah. I'm
You're the only reason. You're the only reason they're here watching. Got nothing to do with me. I went into the camper. I'm looking for the phone. I can't find it. So I come out and say, "Joyce, I can't find the phone." And she goes, "It's one of those super senior moments. You're the phone." Okay, well, I need to stop you so I can order the tickets.
All the body parts inside the front.
We've got the only tram where the guy do the announcing sounds like the computer guy who calls me from India telling me that my Mac has a Windows infection.
You boarded at the train stop C. Remember C, cotton candy.
Well, we're here. Glad to be here, Joyce?
Yes.
Yeah. And we just entered the park. We're headed towards the right. It seems to be high, moderate crowd from what I can see, but I already feel like we're going to have a nice day here. We happen to arrive at Festival of Flowers. We're on the train.
It looks like you have the other one pulling in right as this one's pulling in.
Tennessee tornado. Where next? Wild eagle.
See, I'm back in 60 seconds.
Hey Joyce. Hi. Stopping for lunch. Not cheap, but not horribly expensive either. Burger?
Yes,
Mine?
cheeseburger.
Fries. Well, this is day 2, and we just bought way too much of their famous cinnamon bread, which we were told we have to buy. And I thought they were like 2 rolls, but they're actually 2 loaves of bread to save some money. That's all right, we'll bring it home. It's very good. It's no cinnabon, but it's quite good.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good. I'm enjoying it very much.
And this is day 2.
Yeah.
And today it's a beautiful 73-degree day. It's sunny. And today we're just walking around because there are a lot more people. And I'd hate to be waiting in line, for a ride today. But we did that yesterday, so we're good. We're having fun. We're sitting here, we found some shade, and we're waiting for a bluegrass band to start. It's a porch picking, and after about 20 minutes of that, well, they'll be done, and I think we'll be heading out around maybe 4:30. So it's our second day, so we don't mind doing that now. It's been a long day, a lot of people here, a lot of people. Probably double what there was yesterday, Joyce.
Yeah.
I would think. I thought yesterday was not crowded, but it was, enough people. But it was a lot.